Couchbase also have the notion of indexes and replicas. Now you may already know what indexes are from standard SQL servers. In Couchbase, the indexes and replicas are updated asynchronously. What this means is that if you have a write, let's say you set a key, then when the write finishes, you can expect that any get from any client will get the latest value that you wrote. This is what we talked about when we said consistency and partition tolerance, because it gets the value from the same node that it has been written to. However, Couchbase needs also to sync the indexes and the replicas. So the way it chose to do that is in an asynchronous way, which means that when you set a key to a certain values, then it will return immediately with an ACK. Now we will detail about what immediately means after what has been completed, but the immediately return after the set, specifically in our case, means that it returns before the indexes and the replicas has been updated. Now it might be after, it might be before. The important thing to know is that this process is being done asynchronously, which means if you reach the index in order to locate the keys or values, whatever you implemented in your index, then you won't necessarily find it right after you made the write, because the update of the index and the replicas is done asynchronously in an async way. So however, they added the option that any client can choose the performance level. So you can choose whether you want it to return maybe immediately or not immediately, which means only after it updated the indexes and replicas. However, this is highly not recommended. You should not do such a thing. You should stick with it. If you want higher level of consistency on the indexes, you should consider using a standard SQL server and not a NoSQL. The whole point in NoSQL is the scale and the fast of the server. When you access an index, when you do a query, you can also ask the index not to give you stale data. It simply has a stale property, and if you set this property, then you can choose that your query will not return stale data. So you see the default configuration is a standard configuration of consistency for key values and preference of availability for indexes and replicas. So you have the AP on the side of the indexes replica and the CP on the side of the simple of operations of delete, git, update, and add. This is in order to allow it to function as a standard NoSQL, which is very fast. In fact, its speed is should be, at least according to the specification and to some tests, below 1 millisecond for a specific set get, which is pretty fast. And with that, we conclude this part of Couchbase, and we will continue with more details and summary in the next part. Thank you.